Okay, let me tell you a quick story. So I'm a real estate investor, and what I do is I help people become private lenders where they can get safer, more secure, and higher returns in real estate than they can probably get anywhere else. And what I do with these private lenders is we work together to buy properties all cash on the front end, and then we turn around and we finance those properties just like a bank would to nearly 70% plus of people out there in the United States who can't get a loan from a bank to buy the property. So our business model is to be the bank and to put people into the home ownership position. Now, that is as opposed to being somebody who is playing the landlord, dealing with tenants, termites, and toilets, for example. We don't do any of that. We play the bank. Now, here's why that's important. So today, I called the utility company to get utilities turned on for a property that we're putting a new buyer into. And the utility company, the lady there, really nice lady, said, hey Chris, I can turn utilities on today, but I need you to pay $642, which is the back bill that one of your other buyers hasn't paid on their property. Now, what else you need to know in this story is that the lady at the utility department said to me, Chris, if you were a landlord, instead of playing the role of the bank, then we would cover the utility bill for you. We would go after the tenant for you, and we could turn utilities on today, and you wouldn't be responsible for that $642 bill. And as you can imagine, hopefully, I could not see the logic in why you would penalize me with a $642 bill when I'm trying to help people in your city get into the home ownership position versus a landlord who would be able to walk away without having to deal with that bill. I couldn't get my head around the logic on that, and the lady finally said to me, she said, Chris, you have to understand that, we've got to collect our utility bills because the city needs that money to take care of the water lines and the power lines and the gas lines. And she was going through all these things that the city needed that money for, and it made sense. And I said, hey, listen, I get that 100%. 100%. I said, but can I share a piece of information with you that might get you to reevaluate your thinking around this idea that the city needs their money? And she said, sure, what is it? We were having a really nice, good professional conversation, and I said to this very nice lady, I said, did you know that property taxes are unconstitutional? And there was literally 15 seconds of silence, and I held space in that silence, kept my mouth shut, waited for her to respond because I was curious how this city government worker was going to respond to that. And 15 seconds later, she said, I've actually heard that before. Nonetheless, the ending to the story was I got my credit card out and I paid Uncle Sam $642 so we could keep the ball rolling for our private lender, for our team. And here we are, and I'm telling you this story. So why do I share that with you? I share that with you because our business model, our value proposition is to work with people who want to get into real estate, but they don't want to do all the heavy lifting. We say, hey, let us do the heavy lifting. Let us handle the challenges. Let us handle the phone calls with the city. Let us handle finding the buyers. Let us handle finding the deals on the front end. Let us handle rehabbing them and fixing them and doing whatever needs to be done to make them profitable. All you've got to do as a private lender is bring the money to the table that we are going to back in first lien position with this property we're going to buy so that we can buy it all cash and then turn around and put those people into the home ownership position. If you're willing to do that as a private lender, we're willing to do everything else to include all the heavy lifting, and then all you got to do is show up to your mailbox every month to get that 10 to 15+% cash flow return, while at the same time, we've got 100% of your principal protected inside of our principal protection program. And we also give you access to our capital growth program as well. We really believe this is a much safer, more secure, and you could argue wiser investment of capital than putting your money into the stock market. So that's my story for today. If you've ever thought about getting into real estate and you'd like to do it in the easiest, safest, most secure way possible by working with a team of experts who have been doing this for years, who have all the processes and systems in place to create profitability immediately, then feel free to look me up, send me a private message, whatever you got to do to get in contact with me. I'd love to jump on a call, answer your questions, see if it might be a good fit for us to go do some deals together and make some money in the market. And that's all I got. I'll see you in the next video.